Okay, so this is WordPress meetup number 3. We started this group a couple of months back to see if there was any interest in the English language to have WordPress meetups. And the response has been pretty good so far, so we're going to try and keep it going. Today we have Joan Boluda from joanboluda.com, who is an SEO consultant and a WordPress consultant, marketer, online marketer, and professor at SADE. Joan is going to talk today about the Yoast SEO plugin, which is one of the most significant plugins that come along for WordPress to help your website's SEO. And Joan, take it away.
Hi. Okay. Thanks for coming. Well, first of all, sorry for my awful Spanish accent. I will butcher, the English grammar rules, I'm sure. I will mess up with some pronunciation, prepositions, well, everything a little bit of everything.
Participles.
But yeah, exactly, absolutely. I'm no Shakespeare, as you can see, but well, I will do my best. So, okay, I'm, as we were saying, marketing online consultant, okay. I blog almost daily over at boluda.com. I have a podcast, a marketing, online marketing podcast that is onlinemarketing.fm. marketingonline.fm, and it's available on iTunes, okay? It's a daily dose, of online marketing stuff. Okay, today we will be talking about WordPress SEO, okay? WordPress SEO is just a plugin, but it's the plugin, the WordPress SEO plugin, the guy that, here you have, well, now you cannot see that guy, but well, sure that if you install this, because of the resolution, you cannot see those fantastic ads that usually he has here. Is that guy with curly hair, and you can see him here eating popcorn or doing cool stuff, and it's just his branding, okay? Well, that's the guy about SEO in WordPress, okay? There are some other, plugins like All-in-One SEO or Platinum SEO, but this is the one to go, okay? I'm not, I've been working with the others, but they always have something that, they have some lacks, okay? And this one has almost everything you need to make sure that you are doing the correct SEO for your. This plugin is one of those plugins that you should install on your WordPress installation, whatever your WordPress is about. If it's just a blog, if it's a corporate website, if it's an e-commerce, he even has a e-commerce extension for his, plugin for WooCommerce. So this is the one. So I was doing, the keynote presentation, but everything was, screenshots about what I'm going to explain today. So I thought will just do it live. We will go through the menus, and so you can realize how to set this plugin up. Okay. The first thing is that since we are working on Barcelona WP.dev, this is a local installation. This is not live, so he's saying, okay, look out because you are blocking access to robots. Of course, I am blocking access to robots because this is only in my machine, so Google cannot reach this machine. Well, not yet, but we will see. So, but I could change this, going to my reading settings, and in visibility, here it is, search engine visibility, you can uncheck this. Save changes, and now, okay, that notice is gone, okay? So this is the first thing. You can have a tour here where he kind of explains you everything, but since that's what I'm gonna do, we will just skip that. And the reset default settings is very important because when you have finished messing up with everything and your website it does index it and everything, then you can go to the reset default settings and everything is resetted, and it's all the configuration. It's again you have to start from scratch if you want to fix it. Okay. So tracking just sends to Yoast and his team information about your WordPress installation. so they can be sure that if you have any problem, then they can know how many and which plugins do you have active, so they could check out if you can have an incompatibility with another plugin or stuff, or with your theme or stuff like that. So I always check that to help Yoast to improve his plugin. Security, that's just to disable. If you are the only one using your WordPress installation, you don't have to use this, because it only disables when you are publishing a new post. You have this meta box here called WordPress SEO. Here it is. This is a meta box, okay? It's under, of course, the content. And the advanced one, the advanced tab, is a very dangerous one, because you can de-index, using that option, no index, de-index one post, one page, one product, whatever, every content or CPT, custom post type that you have. You can de-index it using that option. So if you have some authors, using your same website, you could deactivate that and hide it, okay? Disable the advanced part of WordPress SEO meta box. So you are sure that you are the only one that can de-index part of your website. This is just Webmaster Tools keys, This is handy if you are using all those tools out there, the Alexa verification, Bing, Google Webmaster Tools, this is the huge one, Pinterest and Yandex, this is the Russian one. And it only adds to the head of your WordPress installation a meta tag to verify your ownership of your website. So if you write something here, of course this is not a valid key, but you will see what it does. Now if I go to the front end of the website and I look through the code, I will see this here, okay? This meta name, this meta tag, JJJ, that's what I just wrote there. This is handy because if you do it manually and you go to the head section of your site and you paste this, once if you change your theme, it will just disappear, okay? But since this is a plugin, you can keep changing your theme and it will stick there. So it's a great tool. Of course, if you are just using the verification file that you just have to upload through FTP, well, you don't need to use this. But well, it's handy. Okay, save changes. Now, let's go to the important stuff. Titles and metas. Okay, basically here we are talking about two very important tags. The description, the title tag, okay? That is the title is what goes here, okay? These titles and metas in this case. That's the title. And it's called the title tag. And then that you can read here, actually you can see it. And then there is the description meta tag. Okay, the description meta tag, when it's a meta tag, it means that you cannot see it. Well, it exactly doesn't mean that, but you don't see the description unless you look at the code, the source code of that page, okay? But Google does. And that description is the description that that Google uses for his snippet. When it's in the page of results page, you can see the title, that is that same title, and then 2 lines. It's just a snippet, it's a description. And if you have not, if you doesn't establish some descriptions, the problem is that Google will, figure out what the descriptions of your the description of your website is, of your web is, and sometimes it's not a very good description. Okay, so all those tabs do the same thing. Okay, we'll just explain one, and others do the same thing. You can change the title and the description of your website pages. But first, the general things. The title, sometimes, if the theme developer has done the things not in the proper way, you can have some problems using this title change, okay? And sometimes you will see that the title, if you are using Yoast SEO, WordPress SEO plugin, is duplicated or it looks funny. So if that happens to you, you just only have to check this and everything will work fine, okay? Title separator is just what the separator between the title of the website and the description of, or the title of the page. Okay, we will see it. And then, yeah, this is very important. No index pages of archives. As you can see, this is the home page, okay, the front page. And we have a very similar page that is this one. Okay, if we go to older posts, we can have, it's exactly the same page, but the only difference is that, of course, the posts are different because they are not the same one. The URL is different because it's page 2, but the title, the description, and everything is the same. So Google can think that it's duplicate content, okay? And we don't want that, okay? Because he'll think that we are trying to trick him or trick it, to trick the system, whatever. So, yeah. So we want to de-index, no index subpages of archives, okay? We don't want that. The meta keywords tag, it's not useful anymore, okay? Web page, search engines doesn't look those, so that was to be something that you should, that they look, but unfortunately, because people were abusing of those, the Google said, and Matt Katz, that is the Google guy, says that they don't look those keywords. And it was just a list of keywords related to your content, okay? But they are not using anymore, so it's just a waste of time. Well, as you can see here, Yoast says, I don't know why you want to use meta keywords, so we don't want. And those final, checkboxes means that you want to prevent searching, well, Google basically, from using the dmouth description. Dmouth is a directory that used to be very important, but now it's not, and the Yahoo directory. Sometimes, if you don't have a description, Google takes, the description of your website from dmouth or Yahoo. If you check those, you are sure that it will prevent search engines from using those descriptions, okay? Because you want to control what they are showing, not another, third-party directory. And finally, clean up the head. On the head of your website, there are a bunch of not useful links and information. So you can hide the RSD links, the WLW manifest links, and the short links, short link for posts. Those are not useful, so you can, less is more, okay? Don't hide the RSS links, because this is useful, because some people want to use your RSS to follow your web or your categories or your comments using some applications like Reader or Feedly, stuff like that, okay? So those three, you can check those, and the last one, please leave it unchecked. Then, let's go for the titles and descriptions. The home page is this one. Okay, we have two options here. If your home page is you are showing the latest entries, the latest posts, you will see this, okay? You will see what title do you want and what meta description do you want. And now if we go to our home page and we dig into the code, if we look for the title, here it is. Whoops, not the title, the good one. Plenty of titles. Here it is, okay? Barcelona WP, followers at Barcelona WP. That's the default one, okay? But maybe I want to change it, okay? So I can do it here. I can say, this is just a sandbox. Welcome, a sandbox website. I save changes. When I reload this, I see my new title. Okay, this is the title of the homepage. And if we look for the description, this is not the meta tag description. This is only an H2. I keep going, and see that there is no description meta tag. And that's a bad thing. You don't want that. Okay, so you have to, you have to write something here. It's 156 characters long, it could be. Let's just write something about this information here. And now when I go to the code and I reload, I see that the description meta tag is there, okay? And now Google is taking this. If you don't have this, Google just will figure out what's important. And usually he doesn't, well, it doesn't, it's not the perfect description, okay? If you want to see how it's going to look like on the search results, you can do this. You only have to go to write, okay, a post or a page. And there is a nice tool here, it's a preview. Okay, here you have, this preview will show us how it's going to look. Let's see, SEO title, this will be title, and okay, as you can see the preview of Google, okay? And there is even a counter that says how many characters do you have left. And now that it says, okay, 29 characters, you have to reduce your description. So now it's fine, okay? This is how it will look like. So now you can see, okay, this is the right description, and I'm gonna paste it here. Okay. And now when I reload, I have it right there. Okay, and Google is gonna use that. But that's if your homepage, okay, is your latest post. But if your homepage is not your latest post, because that could happen, if it's a corporate, okay, if you are just blogging, it will be that. But if it's a company website and your home is different, you have one of those horrible sliders that people put there that are not very friendly, and not good for SEO reasons, or features of our product, of our service, and the team, and things like that. It's a static page. You do it here. Let's see, settings, reading. And you say your front page, instead of your latest post, is going to show a front page, like home. Usually it's home. And the post page will be the blog, for instance. Okay? Now let's save changes. Welcome. And now if we go to the home page, it will change. And now it's not anymore that latest posts. It's just a static page that you can, of course, change. Okay? But now, where do you have to choose your title and your description? If you go to WordPress SEO settings, titles and metas, and you go to home, you will discover that, there is no that form that we were using, but you can determine the title and description for the front page, editing the front page itself. It makes sense, because if you have a new home site, a static home page, then you should do it right there. Okay, here in the WordPress SEO meta box. Okay, but of course, if you are using your latest post, you have no page to edit. You have no meta box because it's just latest posts. So if it's a static page, you do it here. If it's just your latest posts, you do it in SEO, title, metas, home. Okay. Of course, you can do the same thing with the blog page, editing the blog page itself, okay? And now, these three tabs are exactly the same for post types, taxonomies, and other stuff, okay? What's post types? Post types is content types, okay? They say post because, WordPress started as a blogging CMS, and when the first version they didn't even have pages, only posts. Posts are a custom post, are a post type. Pages are a post type. Media are a post type. But if you have WooCommerce, you will see another one that is products. That's a custom post type. Okay. So if we go to post types, we can choose, the title and the description for those post types. Posts, for instance, you can change the template, okay? I don't recommend use this tab, Why? Because the proper way to do it for a good SEO is changing, for instance, the post. You know that every single post has their own meta box, WordPress SEO meta box. You should fill that on every single time that you write something new on your website. This is like a fallback if you have nothing, if you have not filled out that meta box. This is like a fallback. Instead of showing nothing, showing no description, it will show whatever you put here. Okay. But I really recommend to fill up every single, page and post WordPress SEO meta box. Okay. The good thing about doing it here is that you can use those, variables. Okay. And there are plenty of those. They are. Where you're gonna see. Oh yeah, was here. Yeah, this is the curly hair guy that I was talking about. The Sherlock Holmes news. Okay, this is Joost de Wolk. Okay, so here, help. In help, you can watch the variables that you can use. Okay, date, title, parent title. So, in this case, the title template, the default one or the fallback one, will be title of the website, page if it has sub-pages, and separator, that separator that we choose in the first tab, and site name. Okay, but we could change that. This is not recommended. Okay, and now we're going here for posts. I will just create. Well, I don't know if, because all those posts has. Hello, here it is. Okay. Of course, this is not a good practice because now I have not used any variable, so every single post will has that hello there. So it's not recommended. But if you are saying, okay, I will just write. Let's see. Post types. I will use. Let's see. The title of the website. No, the title of the post, and I will just get rid of this, and I will write something like that. Okay, now if you go here, we will see title gallery, that is title gallery, that is the name of the post, and then Barcelona WP. Okay, that's exactly what we said. But the proper way to do it, it's not using this. It's using. I'm gonna edit this post. Edit. It's using its own meta box right here. Whoops. Here, okay. Okay. Now it will override the default ones. If I am able to find the publish button, I will just do it like that. Okay. Now if you go, see the post, we'll see that we have that custom title and description. Okay, that will, as you can see, that override the other one, and you can do that with every single post type. Posts, pages, of course, it's the same, and media. Okay, you can also index or put that no index and no follow tags on some custom post types. Of course, you are not going to do that with posts because that will index all your posts. And the follow, by the way, well, no index or index means that Google can crawl and show your results. So if you say no index, Google is not going to index your posts, okay, and you don't want that. And the follow means that Google will not follow the links that you have on the post. Okay, if you have 3 or 4 links, then you can choose that one. Again, this is the fallback. You can choose this on a post basis, on the WordPress SEO meta box on each post. Data snippet preview that just adds on that nice preview that we saw. I will just do it like that, and now we are able to see the date, okay? Because sometimes Google does that. Okay, now The other one is, WordPress SEO meta box. You can hide the whole meta box. Again, that's not useful if you are the only one, the only author in your website, but if you have plenty of authors, you know, it's better they don't have to mess with that, okay? Just, for precaution. Usually, they will have the rights to write a piece of content, write a post, for instance, but you then will publish it, okay? Because authors can write, in fact, authors can publish. If it's a collaborator or a guest, depending on the levels that you have, they can write something, but they cannot publish it, okay? You will check everything, and then you will publish it. You will fill that meta box, and then you will publish it. So you can hide the whole meta box, just in case, okay? That's the same with pages. What we were talking about, the same, but with pages. And media. Media is a custom post type. Interestingly enough, it's a custom post type, but it's this one, it's just attachments, you know, files, and images, sounds, videos, everything that we have in this media, okay? The thing is that, you can, let's see if we can have, for instance, here, this one is not there is no link here, but let's go right there. We will go to the blog page. That's something that's not very recommendable, you know, when you go to here, Captain America, okay, and if I go there, Fight Club, okay, I am watching here that this is not the post is this one, okay, tiled gallery, but every single attachment, every single image, like this one, has its own page, okay, but most of the time it has no sense. You know, we will deactivate that in a minute, okay? So sometimes having pages for attachments and pages for images, it has no sense because you don't want people to click on a Google result and go here because it's just the image. There is no information. It's like, where is the content? You want people go to the main post, okay? That one. Here, tiled gallery. You don't want Google indexing those. Because, if somebody finds you, they will click and they will go, instead of here, when you have your nice SEO stuff, they will go here, and it's just an image, so they will not find it very useful, okay? So usually, in here, you should deactivate that. Titles and metas, here it is, post types. You should deactivate no index and no follow media, okay? Nice. Okay, it's the same with taxonomies. Taxonomy is another way to say categories and tags. Okay, it's the same. In this case, categories and tags. Categories and tags, as you know, it's a way of to sort information that you could choose when you are writing something. Right there. Publish format categories. Categories and tags, okay? Categories are hierarchical way to organize your information, and tags are not hierarchical, okay? We could talk about categories and tags for an hour, and that would be another topic, okay? But the thing is that you can look for information using only categories and tags. Let's see what happens if we go to the blog page and we click, okay, here, okay, this entry was posted in galleries, this is a category, gallery, images, jetpack, okay, if I go to gallery, now I'm watching I can see here all the gallery archives, okay, in this case, tiled gallery and many categories posts, okay? This is a page. This has its own URL, as we can see here there. So if it's a page, it has a title and a description, okay?